أعوذ بالله السميع من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Madam Chair, Commissioners, Lead Counsel, Assistant Counsel, viewers and listeners, members of the press, good afternoon. Welcome back once again to our daily proceedings of this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. For our next item on our today's agenda, I have the honor to yield the floor to Madam Chair. Madam Chair, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll use this opportunity to welcome all of you back to our public hearing. And I will now call on the Secretary to lead us in Muslim prayers and Honorable Joiner to lead us in Christian prayers. Thank you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق القاتل ما سبق الناصر الحق بالحق فالهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم على آله حق قدره حق قدره حق قدره حق قدره ومقدار العظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Faithful and everlasting God, we come before your throne today and in the new year with grateful hearts. You have done so much for us. We can't say it all. Indeed, you are God from the beginning to the end, and there is no place for argument. Continue to have your way in our lives. Ancient of days, cover us with the blood of Christ and direct our paths as we journey on. Lead us, Heavenly Father, lead us. And may your grace and mercy speak for us today and forevermore. Amen.
Good afternoon, Madam Witness. A witness, you may kindly take your seat. Madam
Good
Witness.
afternoon.
For continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, may I remind you once again that you are still on the board before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. You're welcome back. Council, can we proceed, please? Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson and Commissioners and Secretary. You were to submit a file, procurement file. Do you have it? Can I please see? Thank you. And where's your cover note? I'm yet to write that. Please come again. I was not asked to write it. We asked that you provide a cover note. Okay, Kamara didn't tell me. I can't hear you clearly. I think Kamara didn't tell me. He didn't help you. He didn't tell me. I don't remember telling. All right. Then please communicate with Mr. Kamara back, and then he will recall you. Honorable Chairperson, we will apply the witness be stood down, and we can have next witness. So we are requested that she communicates with the registrar to have a cover note to indicate the documents that are present in the file.
Madam Chair, you may see the registrar right now so that he will let you know what exactly you need to do with the file. Thank you so much. Please call the next witness.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. You may kindly take your seat. Mr. Witness, once again, for continuation of your testimony for this Commission of Inquiry to Local Government Councils and related matters, may I remind you that you are still on the oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed. Madam Chair, over to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman.
Good afternoon.
You are welcome back.
Thank you.
Council, we will proceed.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I will give you copies of minutes of contrast committee meetings. I believe you have 5 copies. Please confirm that these are minutes of meetings during the time you have served as acting CEO for Carnival Municipal Council. Were these minutes of contrast committee meetings during the time you were the acting CEO?
Yeah, this is what I'm checking. One is it? I'm checking the other. Yes, I think we have about one is dated almost one, two.
The 14th?
Yeah, you have the one dated 31st December 2018,
Yes.
and the one dated 29 January 2019. Um, 20, 2019. Let me see. Okay, the one dated January 29th January 2019, 14th January 2019. Okay, this is double copy. This is also 14th January. So those were, I confirmed those ones. The other one, which is dated 25th of October 2018, that one my deputy signed that minutes.
Okay, but was during your period as acting CEO?
Oh, because I took over in October 2018,
Yes.
probably a week before. This might not be my time.
Okay.
This one. So this other one, fine. I saw my signature there as CEO, but the narration is acting deputy CEO. The way the minutes are made, I don't know whether it's an error on the side of the minutes.
You please come again?
The one dated 3rd January
3rd January 2018.
2019.
Okay.
The introduction reads,
Yes.
the meeting started with prayers, after which the acting deputy CEO was not acting deputy CEO at the time.
Okay, you were the acting CEO.
Yes.
But those were that is your signature.
It look like what is fake. I'm not sure. You see the way they display that, you don't see the logo. Yes, it's sweet. It seems the way it is photo. It has a problem.
It has a
You don't see the council logo at the side of the signature.
Yes.
Maybe the person was copied. Maybe I don't accept that one anyway.
Okay. So we'll put it aside and then we'll have it admitted separately with reservation, of course. Um, the the issue you have highlighted will be put into consideration. I think Musa Ba, the former deputy mayor, signed, right? But you are not sure.
Yes, yes.
And the one for the 25th of October 2018, you were not present as
Yes.
acting CEO.
Yes.
We applied to tender the following for three documents. The first is dated the 29th of January 2019, the second, 31st December 2018, and the third, 14th of January 2019, all contract committee minutes of meeting KMC into evidence as exhibit. We also applied to tender separately the minutes of meeting with respect to negotiation meeting with Espas Motors Company Limited, 3rd January 2019. The witness said that he cannot confirm that this is signature and has a problem with the contents of the document. All evidence as exhibit.
The following contract committee meeting minutes are admitted as follows. The contract committee minute dated the 14th of January 2019. The minutes dated the 29th of January 2019. The minutes dated the 31st of December 2018. And the final one, the negotiation minutes, the negotiation meeting with Espas Motors Company Limited, dated the 3rd of January 2019. With this document, the witness has said that he is disputing the signature against his name that will be noted and the weight to be attached will be determined by the commission. These four documents are admitted in evidence as exhibit and they are marked as LGC/DSC/KMC/019.
As a copy of places.
It? Council.
Should I come?
Yes. I am done with the admission of the documents.
Okay, ask the Commissioner, please.
Do you
We're
need
grateful.
Do you need the copies?
Yes.
Um.
May I proceed? Yes, Mr. Chair, the issue regarding the procurement of the trucks
Yes.
with S-Pass models.
Yes.
The council engage in negotiations before the actual bidding process with the management of S-Pass models.
No, what actually happened after the bidding process ended and the final respondent was identified.
Yes.
We now decided to further engage the successful bidder.
Yes.
On negotiation.
Yes.
With a view to bring down the cost.
Yes. I know you've always had a problem with the cost individually. Is that correct?
Personally, then.
Yes.
Yes.
But we'll come to that. But I'm saying that from the records and from the examination we had with the procurement manager at the time, Father S. Cham, and the documents will speak for themselves. The council already engaged as passengers before following procurement process. Why was that the case?
No, that does not happen. After the bidder won,
You're not aware? You're not aware? Or
no, I'm not aware of that.
Let me give you the minutes of meetings. Minutes of meeting dated the 14th of January 2019. The fourth paragraph. It reads, second page. He additionally added that they were made to believe that since the compactors were requested by the wards, they will be paying for it. The process may not require GPA regulations. Thus, they went forward to invite the manufacturing company to come on the ground and do a survey so that the compactors will be environmentally friendly and fit for purpose. It was later, when they have gone deep into the process, that they were told GPA regulations must be adhered to. Thus, the lot was tendered and they abided by the principles with that legally. So I'm just running this through you, but it's already been discussed here over and over again with other witnesses, and they have agreed to the fact. And the minutes are very clear. Do you know who engaged as passengers before following due process?
I wasn't aware.
You were aware and you didn't take part?
Not at all. What I was aware was the fact that after they won the bidding,
yes,
that negotiation I was there where they discounted $10 million.
From the entire price amount.
Yes.
Now, on page 2, the beginning, the people present or in attendance in this meeting were JAJA CHAM, the acting CEO and chairman, Nyima Kamara, DOPD. What is that?
DOP, the Director of Planning and Development.
Planning and Development.
Yes.
Who's a member of the committee. Farabara is Cham, the procurement manager. Sharif Jai, acting director and member. Dauda Bari, consultant. Abdullah Kebe, member. Binta Jane Jalo, councillor. Musabba, deputy mayor, and Lamin S. Sanyang, director of service. Now, Dauda Bari, who is Dauda Bari?
He was one of our technicians that are we call them experts that advise the council on procurement. He and Mr. Kebe.
Dauda.
Yeah, we have 2 of them in the contract committee.
Okay, they are part of the contract committee.
Yes.
And do you know how they were, as consultants, how they were appointed?
Yes, they were appointed by the council. They were sent written letters to be appointed as experts
Did that pass through procurement process?
No, that one the council. The council appoints them.
Why?
To the office of the mayor.
Is that to the office of the mayor? Is that the right process?
Anyway, that was how they were appointed.
Yeah, but do you think that was the right process as CEO?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure unless I find out. But they were appointed through the general council to the office of the mayor, and in fact, most committees standing committees in council, each committee has an expert. The finance committee, the contract committee, etc. Even establishment and appointment committee.
How were they remunerated?
They were only given sitting allowance or transport reform.
Or transport reform.
Transport reform, that's what they were given.
But they were deemed as consultants.
Exactly. Or experts.
Or experts.
Yes.
Okay, we will come back to that, even though the hiring of consultant will require that you follow a process, the procurement process, which would be request for proposal.
So in short, they were not necessarily paid. They were just given, whenever they come to attend, they give them the transport reform for them to get back.
Now, what was he an expert on? Because the subject matter is in relation to the procurement of trucks.
For Mr. Barry?
Yes.
These people, Mr. Barry and Mr. Kebe are highly seasoned individuals who have worked in the public sector and the private.
Seasoned in what area?
For example, like Mr. Kebe, he rose through the ranks in Gamtel for many years.
But in what capacity?
Hmm?
In what capacity?
In many capacities. I cannot tell for him.
Relevant to procurement?
Hopefully, because I did not see his CV then, so I cannot vouch for him. But I believe he has been identified, and during these contract committee times, he has demonstrated beyond reasonable doubt that he knows what he is doing.
How would you know that if you yourself, you're not an expert in procurement?
Yeah, but I was acting CEO at the time. So
yes. So, what was his experience in procurement?
My experience in
not you, Mr. Barry.
Mr. Barry's experience, because he guided the committee through. He stood on the grounds that this has to be tendered and it has to be a public tender, and the specifications should be there.
Anyone can say that.
Yes. Anyone can say that, including an expert. So, but that's what happened. He's not only Kebe himself alone, what Mr. Barry was also there. But for personally, during my time, they were very much supportive because
absolutely they can be present, they can be expressive in their opinions, but that would not. They can even have risen through the ranks of director in an institution, perform extremely well. That may not.
So for
render them qualified in procurement. That's my point.
I think Mr. Barry he has some private sector like banking experience. He also is a consultant in many other areas. He consulted for so many institutions. And he's competent, to be honest with you.
Just to close this, would you not think that it would have been prudent for the CV of Mr. Barry to be very much clear and expressly clear in relation to the subject matter before anyone is invited by the mayor?
Yes. Anyway, it's possible to get his CV, but anyway, they were not appointed through my office as a CEO. So, no.
Who appoints members of the contract committee?
The council.
Council?
Yes, through the office of the mayor.
Of the mayor?
Yes.
So the mayor appoints
like
the contract committee?
Like any other committee. The standing committees are the supporting committees to the general council.
Yes.
So that's why they report to the general council. So by like most of these committee members are members of the general council.
Yes.
So the mayor through the council appoints them or recommend them, and the council will endorse them.
And the council will endorse.
Exactly.
Let's go to the contents of the meeting on that day. It says, page 2, that the chairman, that you said that the rationale behind
page
page 2.
Okay. Paragraph.
The first paragraph.
Okay.
The chairman said the rationale behind calling experts was to express their concerns on the lot 3, that is what waste truck tender and the processes that followed. He described the meeting as a forum organized to regularize the tender process. You see that? And to ensure that the credibility of members with regards to any future contract are not questioned. The managing director of Express Motors, and who is that, by the way?
The managing director of Express Motors.
Who is that?
I can't tell the managing director.
You are the one given the minutes of summary of meetings with respect to the management of Express Motors.
No, I don't know. Maybe the minutes, the one taking these minutes.
He said the managing director of Express Motors opined that his company was approached by council to see whether they can have a facility to acquire trucks for waste, as the council for a long time has not been performing well in the area of garbage collection and management. The other reason why council approached his firm was if the facility is available. Was there any possibility to ensure the delivery of the trucks by January 2019, as they wanted to embark on a vigorous waste collection exercise in all the 19 wards? So you met with the management of Express Motors?
This I'm not sure this minutes is proper, because I'm a witness from conception to implementation of this malady.
Right.
And I can only tell you what happened. But the council, maybe it could be possible the experts was approached, but I was not part of the people.
Yeah, I'm not saying you were part of it.
Yes.
I'm saying these are means of meetings that the truth endorsed together with Father JAJA CHAM.
Yeah.
Correct? Correct?
Yes.
Yes. These are meetings you've endorsed and then have shown you have identified the minutes of and these meetings that has been admitted into evidence. I am not saying you individually you were part of it. I'm just reading the minutes of the meeting. Now, have you ever had a meeting with the management of Express Motors at any point in time?
After they won the tender.
After the tender?
Yes.
Not before the tender.
Exactly.
So who met the management?
I do not know.
You don't know.
So I even begin to doubt this signature that is on this minute as well.
You would think they forged your signature?
Exactly.
Who
Looks like.
would have forged your signature?
I don't know.
But it's a matter of concern. This is not the first time you're raising this issue.
Yes.
Your first day or two, when you testified, you raised issues of your signatures possibly being forged.
Exactly. Because people can forge. You know, it's complex in complex work environment. Probably somebody, do you have original of this?
Do I have?
This original.
We don't have the original, we have that copy.
Exactly. So even people can move photocopies your signature.
Have your signature been forged before by KMC?
Yes, there are times where I will tell you this signature is not mine.
But what I mean, during the course of your work, have you encountered your signature being forged at one point?
Yes, because when this commission started, I saw some document that we assigned that was not my signature.
That wasn't your signature.
Yeah.
Now, let's go further. These trucks that were procured,
yes,
were they just ordinary trucks, trucks, or were they customized or specialized in any form?
Yes, the trucks were customized. They were customized. That's why there was a team that went to China after the tender was won to look at those in that regard, based on specification and based on our terrain condition of Gambia. So these were put into consideration when the trucks were being manufactured.
When they were being manufactured, was this contained in the bidding document, or was it customized after the award was given to Express Motors?
That one I'm not sure, but what we after the tender was won,
yes,
we made it categorically clear that we do not want to have a truck that will last for 1 year.
Yes,
and based on the nature of the waste that we generate,
yes,
it has some sand component.
yes,
Certain percentage of it is sand.
Yes.
So if you have trucks that will have problems with trucks, sand the mixture, and there is compacting, it can bring problems to the.
No, but that it should have come late. That we should have been late in the day to stress after the award was is given, to stress that you want trucks that would be proper and fitted for.
Yeah, but to be sure, it was customized.
We will come to that, but I'm just saying, stressing that after the bidding process ended and then there was award would not change the course of things because there's already a winner.
Yes, this was included in the specification. You know,
In that specification.
the specification was that we want to have a compactor trucks that will be able to collect.
And the issue of the customizing these trucks were explicitly, very explicit in the
I could not remember that.
You could not recall.
Yes.
Would you, if you're given time, can you verify this information?
You know, that is 5 years ago. You know,
the documents are there.
Do you have all the documents?
Yes, we have the bidding documents. We will avail time to go through the bidding documents, and you can tell us why.
No,
on what part.
Yeah, to make it short, I think what the documents contain, I think this is what will be accepted as fast, not so.
Exactly. So you see, this is the issue. Because in these minutes, the reason why talking about the price of other issues, it says on paragraph 3 that the company, the MD, explained that knew they could provide the facility council was looking, but what they could not guarantee was delivery of the trucks within the proposed time frame. This was before the award. As a result, they contacted their supplier to inquire, but the result was delivery of the consignment could not take place in March 2019. The reason being, Carl wanted brand new customized compactors. Do you understand? And we have the next paragraph. The trucks he emphasized were specialized, and the price, according to him, was reasonably taken into consideration the specifications in the tender document.
Anyway, I have problems with these minutes because I'm a living witness to all this.
Yes.
And I can only tell you what happened.
But the Cham, books don't lie.
Yeah,
in writing.
This is what I'm telling you. There was no meeting. I did not attend any meeting.
Never said you attended any meeting.
Oh.
But these are minutes you have endorsed. These are minutes that have been endorsed, and so we can only go by what is written. You understand?
I have problems with the signature.
That's okay.
Yes.
I don't doubt that. I'm just saying that these are Fatu Madasaho confirmed it. Yes, she did. She read it, went through it, and then confirmed the signature as well, and confirmed this the contents there. But you have all rights to doubt your signature, whether in fact it was forged by someone else or not. But if you have private proof of that, you can raise it up. But we want to know this the specific areas of this truck that were customized that would warrant probably the price to go up. If you know, you can tell us.
Anyway, what I do know,
Yes.
when the tender was won by SFAS,
yes,
we do not just want any ordinary truck since they won it. That's why we also negotiated with them further.
Yes.
And even bring them to the General Council.
Yes.
They were brought before the General Council and several questions were asked. So they were asked several questions before all the council members, including the management.
Do you know the price of these trucks before the procurement?
Before procurement,
the price of these trucks from Futon itself?
No, I don't.
Why were you not availed with the actual price from Futon by SPAS? Is there any reason?
I don't, because at the time we were dealing with local suppliers. So I personally, or on my capacity as a CEO, I have no idea that the supplier locally will approach Futon for the supply of this. So I don't know where their manufacturers are. So we take it on face value, what the prices and specification they competed. for this tender.
But you had always had a suspicion about these prices. You had always had an issue that this price would probably be on the high side.
Yes,
You raised it several times.
my suspicion was based on two things. That is, this is a not we are a public office. It's not a profit. We are not buying this to make profit.
Yes.
And it's a development project.
Yes.
And secondly, also to a way of negotiation, trying to say this is up and we won't go for it. It's a strategy of negotiation.
Yes.
Where we can say we are pulling back. We are no more going to do this because we do not want to subject our taxpayers to pay such a money. So that was a strategy that I was using to make sure that the prices go down.
Yes.
So we were successful that because I told them many years ago, that's 5 years, we do not want to tell people that we procure the trucks with this price, knowing that they are not going to generate profit.
Yes.
So we can only get something that will be value for money, and also there will be what they call longevity for the vehicles.
Yes.
So that's the tactics I was using.
Yes.
So,
but more so as well, Express Motors was not the cheapest going by the prices, but they still won.
Yes.
Based on pre-financing we had.
Yes, it's arguable because if you understand at the time, because
it's arguable. The fact that they were the cheapest, no, that's not arguable.
Yeah, under the certain procurement, sometimes procurement do not look at prices. They look at what specification you want. Sometimes what quality, they look at quality. They look at what they call the need that's supposed to be satisfied.
So what grounds did Express win this?
Yeah, it was on the ground that we could not find any suitable bidder who could go into pre-financing because they don't have that time. They cannot say we will want to invest our money into things that we will give it to KMC and KMC will go and work with us and then settle this. So not many of them wanted to go on that pre-finance. So that was the basis that at the time we had a lot of waste problems. So when we see experts was very much responding and then they were prepared to go for pre-financing at whatever happened, and they take the risk. There was a big risk in it.
What was the risk?
Because
Express Motors side, what was the risk?
I think I cannot be sure, though I'm not expert. Because they were putting their money and working with the council for the first time.
Money?
That's what I'm
put any dollar say in this.
And what I'm saying, they were venturing into a project that was first of its kind.
They did not have money at the time.
Yeah,
never pre-financed this. That is a fact. So what was the risk?
It was a new startup, a business, a kind of a first of its kind to work with a council on projects like that. So that
the risk?
No, it's a business is a risk. To some people, it's a risk. Some might not see it as a risk.
Now, be clear. What was the risk Express Motors had to really endure in dealing with country for the procurement of the stocks?
If you are doing the project for the first time, where the partner is not putting any dollars, like KMC,
yes,
and then you want to work with that country for 3 years, where you want to have a return on your investment,
yes,
it's a risk.
They did not invest.
So every investment, there are risks.
They did not invest.
Yeah, but
what did they invest? Express, tell me. Tell the country. What was Express investment in this?
Anyway, what I do know, country.
Yes.
Express was able to win this tender.
Yes.
And then they supplied the trucks as agreed.
100%.
So when we do not give them any money at the time.
Yes.
So that itself.
Who pre-financed?
I think they have that arrangement within the Q group. They have that arrangement within the Q.
Did Express finance this?
With Express is part of the Q group.
Did Express finance? Did you have an agreement with Q group or with Express?
That's what I'm telling you. Express is part of the Q group.
Yes.
They have banks.
Yes.
Which is, for example, Ajib.
Right.
They also have other business,
yes,
telephones, etc.
Yes.
So they are the best to come to explain that how.
No, I'm not taking that. You were the best to know who you were dealing with. Yes, we know there's the Q group. We know Espas is a company of its own. It's a limited liability of company of its own. It engages into business. It can be sued and it can sue, independent from the other. They had an MOU with the bank, according to them. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, Espas was saying they are pre-financing this particular procurement was not true because they didn't put in a data into this procurement. And that is a fact. Ajib Bank pulled out the money. Is that not a fact? Correct? You agree with that?
That's the arrangement they made within the Q group.
Now.
So for us as a customer,
Right.
what we do know, we told experts categorically clear that we want trucks.
Yes.
And we do not have any dollars for it.
Yes.
We want any supplier who will win this tender to provide to pre-finance this.
Yes.
And they said they will be able to do, and they did it. That's how we see it. What happens internally is at the Q group level, which they can clarify when you invite them.
Now, who pre-financed who? If I can put it that way.
So, to be simple,
yes,
what we understand as a country at the time, the conditions we put before experts is that to bring us a truck through pre-finance.
Right.
And they said we will do it, and they did it.
Yes.
So how they do it, I think they can explain that.
No, see, Cham, when we commit public funds, we want to know every detail. So the council was in the position to know every detail of every dollar that was to be paid towards the procurement of these trucks. Do you understand? That's like you said earlier on. You don't want to commit public funds into unnecessary expensive expenditure. You said it before.
Yes.
So that is the spirit of procurement, to save a dollar and put it where it is probably needed the most.
Yes.
Now, don't forget that country you approach the bank before. Ajib Bank was approached before you approached Espas. You gave them a proposal. And then they said no, that what you had proposed, that it is not a viable business, that they would not allow monies to be given to you for the procurement of trucks. And then for reliance of payment to be on the trucks, the truck generated income. The bank turned that down. Is that not a fact?
I was not part of that deal.
What are you part of?
I am giving you a witness account. What I witnessed,
yes,
I'm going to give you. I swore by the Quran here.
I appreciate.
I always remember that.
Yes.
I was not part of, because to me, it's not logical to meet a bank when you have to float a tender, and I do not know who will win it. So that means that I cannot put the cart before the horse as an activity.
Sam, I respect that.
Yeah.
The bank, the account officer of the council working for the bank, also testified. This is a fact that's already been admitted, that they went to the bank. But council wanted the bank to finance, give them money. Bank said no, we cannot rely on this. This is not a viable business. It was torn down by the bank initially.
And
Experts had to come in.
And then what happened?
Experts had to come in. So everything was prearranged. The bidding process was a formality.
This is
JAJA CHAM.
This is news to me.
Yes.
It's news to me.
Yes, the bidding process was a formality. And now who paid the loan? That Espas Motors took from the bank. Espas Motors contracted a facility, financial facility with the bank, Ajib Bank. Correct?
Yes.
The money was given to Espas by Ajib, correct?
The money was given to Espas by Ajib.
Yes. Ajib didn't give you the money.
They didn't.
Now who paid for the loan?
Anyway, the payment for the trucks was done through the joint cooperation between Espas and KMC.
There was no joint cooperation.
This is what I'm telling you. You see,
joint cooperation.
I'm giving you a witness account because
I'm just trying to tell you, you may also ideally have been in a business that you don't even understand. And I respect it. I'm not saying you were lying or you're not saying telling the truth. I am telling you, you may have engaged in a business that you yourself do not have full information about. Do you understand that?
I
You understand what I'm trying to say? I have told you that transpired. For most of it, you said you were not aware and you were not present, which I respect.
Yes.
I am not contradicting that. Do you understand that? But I am telling you that there were no joint partnership with or tripartite agreement of that sort in reality. Because the country end up paying for the money contracted by
For me, how I see it, and my involvement into this or the work I have done to it, when they won the tender,
yes,
the cost of the prices were the
Yes.
trucks were there. To be at the point I saw that exorbitant,
Yeah.
and I asked them that
it was exorbitant.
I asked them that we need to negotiate to make sure that we put this, because at the end of the day, it's the taxpayers that are coming to pay for these trucks, and it's not a profitable. It is not a business that we are looking for profit.
Yes.
So it's a social service.
Yes.
So at the time, they understand the point, and then we negotiated up to a level of the General Council. The General Council, not only the contract committee was involved in this negotiation, but we even brought the matter to
the insurance. The insurance. Who paid for the insurance? There was an issue regarding the insurance. Who should pay for it?
Yes, at the time there was a challenge because there was a lot of problems. Because the time the experts won the tender,
yes,
I personally feel that this is one of its kind. It has never happened in the history of KMC where trucks will be collecting waste from house to house. And we believe at the time when the trucks are with the partnership with experts, when the trucks are in town, the government will help us to waive there'll be a duty waiver. We will not pay any money.
Yes.
But to our surprise, when the trucks came at the ports, we were told by GRA that we need to pay 13.1 million. So,
and you think that was wrong?
I could not understand. I could not comprehend it. I am not saying it's wrong or it was right. It was surprising. It was not a thing that we were looking forward to.
Did you had a pre-negotiation with GRA?
No, because we feel that we are a local government and the central government will always be is an oversight body. We have a ministry that is an oversight.
You didn't order trucks. KMC never ordered trucks. As possible to order trucks. A company ordered trucks
for KMC.
Yes.
It's for KMC.
No, for KMC.
Yes, the trucks are for KMC because we take the taxpayers' money and clear the money out. Because at the time, I think even now we are even looking forward to government to please help us.
Did you have an arrangement with GRA before committing these funds?
No, we do not have that because
was there need to have an arrangement with GRA? Would it have been more prudent to consult with GRA and see whether you would have had a tax waiver?
Exactly. There was a time in fact there was a time GRA even helped us through the finance ministry tax waiver, and then we are seeing that they were doing that for NGOs. So we feel this waste collection is a community development program where GRA will not say
comparison. Maybe the comparison would not help just because they have done it for you once, they would do it for you second time, or they have accepted it with other institutions. The right thing to do would have been to have an engagement with GRA, pre-engagement with GRA before you commit this first. That would not have been the more prudent thing to do.
Yeah, yes. But to be honest with you, we were surprised when GRA want us to pay before the trucks are even released from.
You were surprised for not doing what you had to do. So, as a council, you wanted an automatic process. You had an assumption that because it is a council, so it's automatic, that tax will be waived.
No, we even send them the letter that these trucks are for waste collection. Purely
arrangement after the procurement.
Yes, after the procurement. After the procurement.
Now you want to blame GRA for that?
No, it's not a blame. It's a surprise.
No,
I can have surprise for anybody. I don't
have had surprises genuinely if you had a right which had to be exercised. You would never have the right. Council does not have the automatic right to have duty waiver.
Yes, that's true.
So we should not try to sell any form of belief that it would have had, that is a normal process to follow. These are discretions. So where discretions are present or they occur, you must be able to solicit for those discussions to be exercised in your favor. It's not automatic.
No, we feel that we're a local government.
You see
local
language?
we
feel that we are local government
and
we think that
and
they
we
should have.
and we are a local government authority.
Then do the right.
We have an authority. We are an authority. We are a government for the people.
Do the right thing.
And by the people, we are serving the people.
I agree.
So that's why we have confidence that in our same government that we have, because government is supposed to support the local councils.
We do the right
through subventions, through many other things. That's why.
Mr. Chairman, what you have just told the commission that the prices for the trucks was over and above. Would that be correct to say that the council did not do a needful in trying to get its acts correct before getting into this venture?
No, we did our due diligence. We just use a negotiation tactics to also convince that this is a social project. This is not there for profit, and to also see that they also do their contributions.
Mr. Cham, the funds that you collect, they are taxpayers' money.
Correct.
And you, when spending it, you are governed by a financial manual. Did you comply with what the rules say?
Yes.
You complied fully?
Yes, that's why when we complied fully.
Okay, Council, you may proceed.
Mr. Cham, just to upload on that issue regarding the trucks. The trucks were supposed to service the loan contracted by Espas Motors. Correct? Correct?
The trucks were supposed to
service the loan. The monies or the profit generated from these trucks in these 19 wards would be what would be used to service the loan.
Yeah, to service the pre-finance facility.
Yes.
I'm not comfortable when you say loan, but I'll be more comfortable to use the word pre-finance.
That's fine.
Yes.
Okay, with semantics.
Yeah.
The two are to me were the same. Did that happen?
Yes, what happened was during my time.
Yes.
Because you will recall that I did not stay there until the completion of the project. So during my time, we were able to make sure that the collections of the trucks, which is $10 per household, was put into the accounts that have been domiciled in the INUIRY Bank.
Yes.
So that has been happening. Yes. So
was it a reality that these $10 that were collected would pre-finance would be able to pay for the monies that was contracted from INUIRY Bank?
Yes, it's something that was the concept was developed on the fact that based on our concept, the $10 would have refinanced because we proposed $25 per household. So the council members said that is huge. They cannot let the household.
But I'm saying is, was there a feasibility study to?
Yeah, I'm coming. Yes, that's what I'm coming to. There was no formalized feasibility study, but based on what we see on the ground, we know that we have a lot of households. About this is more than. We have a statistics with us that KMC is about nearly close to 500,000 people,
yes,
and the households are more than 300,000
yes,
households. So we know we have a tax base. People come to pay their daily rates. We know the number of rates that we pay. So if at all each of them are they generate waste, there is no household within the KMC that do not generate.
Is the answer yes, that there was no feasibility studies?
There was no feasibility study. But we were convinced that we can generate the money.
Mr. Cham, you cannot commit again millions of dollars taxpayers' monies without doing a feasibility studies to ascertain whether how you intend to pay for this facility is in fact realistic.
This is a social project. We were not looking for profit. So we know, but what we were convinced, that people will generate waste. That is always will be, and then they will pay, because if you look at the trend,
that is why the bank would not give you the loan. The bank wouldn't give the loan to the council because the council did not present
exactly
anything visible.
You are right on that point. On when it comes to that point,
the bank would, but the bank would give their money to experts.
That's why I'm telling you. That's why there is a risk. When I think there is a risk, there is a risk to work on a project that is first of its kind by experts, where they have that faith accomplished to show that we will work with you.
To conclude on that, experts have no risk attached to this. Experts, what was knew they will get their money.
Anyway, I don't know.
By any means possible. They knew fully well that the tendency cannot generate monies to pay for the value of the drugs. They knew this. In fact, they were not presented with any data or information or analysis of any kind to serve as a backing. Banks don't operate that way. They knew they don't have any collateral whatsoever. The drugs cannot serve as a collateral. These are machinery. They will depreciate. But experts just knew that you are cancelled and you have other source of income. And no matter what, they will still generate their monies from you.
But what actually happens, these stocks were even be the collateral of the whole refinancing model.
They were?
The stocks themselves were the collateral of the...
How?
Because if at all the project was not going as expected, experts has a right to withdraw the stocks.
When they have already served for a period, the value has depreciated significantly.
Yes, it's also a risk, and they agreed to that.
And you should have questioned yourself. Why would they agree on a high risk dealing with KMC when they have nothing to fall back on? That would have been a red flag.
Anyway, they saw themselves as...
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
That's your point.
That would have been a red flag.
But another point that I've seen, they saw confidence in KMC that the time we were young, we were very passionate about what we want to do. The project was clear.
There were skip bins as well that were not included in this bidding process, but they were still awarded to experts. You were aware of this?
Yes.
Why was that? Why was procurement not followed process?
It's true that actually happened because the trucks that we procured through the valid, they were 2 skip trucks.
Yes.
That came with each of them with one skip bucket.
Yes.
So we realized that we need to place skip buckets at various markets.
Yes.
And if you place only one bucket, you cannot, if you change it, you cannot. Yeah. And the other markets. So the committee was called to look at the possibility of getting skip trucks.
Yes.
At first, we think of whether we can have it locally. But we know that this is not possible since the trucks were customized and they were procured through experts.
Yes.
So the council decided to engage them since whether they could help us. So
what's that problem?
So we have that one. In fact, that started during my time. Yes. I even wrote to the contact committee to sit on the matter, but it was not complete during my time. But I could remember it was not. We were planning to engage DPPA on the matter to give us the green light, but all that did not happen.
Why? Any reason?
It does not conclude during my time.
But you started.
I started, yes.
Why would you disregard procurement procedures and award the contract to experts? That would have been wrong.
Yeah, this is what I'm telling you. It actually happened. It was because what we want. It was supposed to be formalized that we engage these people through procurement process, and they succeeded.
That is wrong. What you did was wrong.
I have no problems with that. I have no problems with that.
I agree with that. It was wrong.
Yeah, but it is not complete during my time.
You triggered a process that was totally wrong.
Yeah, but no, it's a starting point. It does not finish because my successor was supposed to do other due diligence.
So who should be fault? Who should be responsible?
Because at the time I ceased to be as a CEO. So what I expect to all the processes, due diligence, should have been followed to make sure that
Why did you not follow it?
my successor can have to explain that.
Why did you not follow it?
Because I did not leave. I was removed as a CEO at the time.
No, but you started a process without following due.
Yeah, there are so many things I started. The bullet project I started, it does not end when I was a CEO.
Okay, let me just rephrase. Maybe
So I wish I was there, then I would have followed the due process because the bullet procurement.
awarded the contract for the skip bucket to Espas.
It's not me.
It's not you.
No,
You did not.
I didn't.
The additional truck,
That one is my success, so it's not me too.
it was not you as well.
Yes.
Are there questions for the witness? Well, there was a Nissan petrol that was also procured. Do you recall it from Shabin Emari?
Yes, for the COO.
Yes.
Yes, that also happened after my time.
After your time.
Yeah.
So, for the minutes dated 29th of January 2019, if you go to page 2 of those minutes, paragraph 3.0, you've been asked a question. Perhaps if you read this question, you may want to clarify to us whether what you answered earlier is correct or wrong. Can you please read 3.0?
I don't have the copy with me.
Try to give him the copy of
I have the 14th.
Of the minutes dated the 29th of January 2019. Do you have those ones?
Pardon?
You don't have them?
No, this copy, this one is 14th.
Okay.
Paragraph
3.0.
Okay, the acting CEO and 2 contract committee advisors met with the management of AJIF.
Who are the 2 contract committee advisors?
Those were the Mr. Kebe and Mr. Barry, the senior counsel was asked.
Okay, I just wanted clarification. You can proceed.
Thank you.
Proceed to read the paragraph.
Okay. The acting CEO and the 2 contact committee advisors met with the management of AJIF Bank for further discussion on the financing mode of the world compactor trucks. The 2 parties have agreed on supplier credit, whereby the supplier agrees to defer payment into the 6 monthly installment payment for the 19 compactor trucks, 1 for each of the 19 wards, to enable house-to-house collection of waste in each ward's jurisdiction. Waste, okay, you see waste and garbage trucks. Management committee of each ward will be responsible for the management of these trucks respectively. I think there is some typographical problem. So, but yes, I've done.
Yes. The content of this paragraph.
Yeah.
Is that the status? Is that what happened?
Yes. What this paragraph means is that
I just wanted to confirm. I said, what is contained in this paragraph? Is that what happened? And you said yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, Cham, I believe that's all we have for you.
Thank you so much.
Call you back.
Hello, sorry, let me just ask a question. Towards the end of the process of the ballot,
Yes.
you have just said you were not there.
I was there, but not as CEO.
Yes, not as CEO, but
Yeah.
you started it as CEO.
Yes.
Or as acting CEO.
Correct.
Don't you think it is better to correct things in the beginning or at the beginning than to wait till it is halfway through. You had the opportunity to correct some of the misguided things,
Yes.
but you never did. You vacated the seat as CEO. Somebody else came in and finished the job. I am saying, don't you think it is important or it was necessary for you to even correct it before it went to your
Predecessor.
your
Successor.
who succeeded you?
My successor. Okay. Yeah. For during my, thank you. During my time, I did my best.
So,
As
so
far
what was your best? To say this is not
my best is
not fly?
my best is to make sure that this project happens. From the concept was developed. I believe in the concept. I drive it. I say this can be implemented, and we work through it, and we make sure that it is put on public tender to meet the needs and aspirations of the people of the Kanifing municipality. So we worked through it. We had two experts in our committee, and it doesn't stop there. This has been personally going to the office of the DBPA for advices and also for what's supposed to be done when it comes.
Sorry, I am not worried about all of it.
What are you worried?
It's just that your statement
Mhm.
is that you were not the final executor of the project.
Yeah.
And the council has seen some defects in the process. And some of the defects were in the earlier stage, according to what we have heard. And you are now saying you were not there when it was being concluded, but you are sure that this is a project that was good for the people of KMC.
Yes.
And that's why you just hand it to your successor. And
Yes. So what the council identified was the further skip bins that were not included. It was an oversight. The additional vehicle that was procured was also procured after I left as the CEO. I ceased to be a CEO. So is it government office work is continuity. So you can always stop at a point. If you are not a decision maker or if you are not fully involved, you cannot have see it through. So this is what happened in this case. We saw that there is more demand for skip bids that we have oversighted. Each truck came with a skip bid. But we see that if a truck goes with a skip bid, he cannot go there in the evening tomorrow after. You can only place it and you go and collect it. So that's what we realized. So we decided now we need to add. So we underestimated the market, and then we saw that that was not a problem. It was an oversight. So we said that let's get more. So the time we decided that that was my time. So the implementation of that issue does not happen in my time.
But I'm coming back. In that process,
Mhm.
for you, it was clear. There was no problems
No,
in the awarding and
no problems at
no
all.
problem.
So
But the council has just highlighted some few things. The only thing you could say is it was not my time that it was bought.
that's what
But you started the process. That's what I'm saying. So you did not know how it would have been, how the ending would have been.
of course.
Of course, you know.
I don't know. I'm not genius because I cease to be a CEO. I'm in the council, but my successor is supposed to. Every leader have your leadership style.
But this is a project that is all encompassing, the beginning to the end. You should know it.
No,
When it's being presented, you should know the beginning to the end, or else you should not be a participant. If you just know from, let's say it's from 1 to 10, you know 1 to 5.
council member. This is just like if you design a house, you want to build it. So you
But you
have
know how the house look like.
exactly. So when you design your house already, and then you started building, you just realize that you need to build boys quarters because your children will grow. This is what happened in this case. So that one doesn't mean that the house you build is you don't have the site. No, maybe it could be your income, it can be your children are growing up. So you bring boys brothers. So it's an extension, kind of.
Okay, let's not.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
just one question. You work with Sehu Sabali?
At KMC.
Yes.
Yes, as a cashier. Sehu Sabali cashier.
Yes, paying our cashier.
Yes.
Did Sehu Sabali keep payment voucher when you were there as I can see you?
Yes, most of his work is with payment vouchers. He has a place where he keep his vouchers, and also they have a place at the annex where they keep.
Was Sehu Sabali giving a payment voucher? Sorry, a cash as the paying our cashier?
You mean giving cash?
Cash record details of payments.
What I know, say who works with the director of finance. He's under the Department of Finance.
Yes. And they are all under you as a CEO.
As the CEO. So
was there a cash book assigned to the paying cashier?
That one I cannot ascertain. I cannot put it again. But I know he used to have the payment vouchers.
So you don't know whether that's a yes or no?
It will be difficult then.
He said he was not given a cash book.
No, what I could
Paying cashier.
what I could fully remember, he used to have vouchers, payment vouchers. He sometimes used to go to the bank and withdraw money. That one I can ascertain.
Yes. But
Cash book.
Sabali.
Cash book.
Please proceed. Proceed, please go ahead.
He used to go to the bank, cash money, do some payments. He also keeps those vouchers, and that one I remember. I can tell.
Yes.
But when it comes to cash book, I cannot recall.
Is it not the case that the paying cashier should have a cash book?
I'm not very vast in accounting, but I think the best practice.
Go ahead.
The best practice, he should have.
It's the law. The law is any individual tax with the reception of money or dealing with money of that kind should have a cash book. So why would the paying cashier not have a cash book? He had withdrawn over $100 million. Cannot account for half or three-quarters of what he had withdrawn. There is no cash book to record payments made after withdrawal.
Mr. Sabali is somebody who works for KMC many years before I joined the council.
Yes.
And with many directors of finance.
Yes.
I think he is the best person to.
No, you are the best person. Or whichever CEO was there at the time would have been the best person and the finance director. Of course, Mr. Sabali. But how can a paying cashier operate for even a day without having records of payments made?
That is something. Maybe for me, for my side, I oversighted that too busy to know whether he has a cash book or not.
Mr. Cham.
Maybe his supervisor will shed light on that.
Cham, what do you mean you are too busy?
Yeah, if you are a CEO, you deal with the department heads, you managers. You don't deal with. You hardly deal with these.
But if paying cashier doesn't have a cash book, you would have known.
Yeah, but yeah, if I come across it, I did not come across it.
Have known by virtue of the work that is based on you by the manual. You have known.
My expectation.
Bank reconciliations.
My expectation is that he should have all what is required as a cash.
Not expectation. It's mandatory.
But did he confirm that he did not have it?
Yes.
Then that's strange.
Yes. In fact, have you ever seen a cash book? Aside from paying a cashier as I can see you in your time.
Yes, I've been seeing. I see cash books, not before KMC.
I'm just saying the cash book assigned to the paying out cashier, Sabali.
Yes.
The Sabali. Have you ever seen one?
I cannot recall.
That's the issue now. So now how would you ascertain? How do you do your bank reconciliations? Do you reconcile money is withdrawn, money is deposited, money is paid? How would you do that?
I cannot ascertain that anyway.
Come again?
I cannot ascertain that, to be honest with you.
Exactly. So if VAT is not seen, what is the case? the Sabali cannot see 3/4 of the vouchers.
I could not find it.
Yes. How would we know where those monies were not diverted into individuals' pockets?
I think his supervisor should explain that.
And who is his supervisor?
He has his direction supervisor. That was
Who is the director of finance?
he has finance manager. He has deputy director of finance. He has director of finance.
Yes. And if they all did not do their job, their overall boss would have been the CEO.
But the CEO is not a genius person to know.
The law makes you
Yeah,
a person that should know everything.
it's just like the Minister of Health. If you want to know every patient,
Let's talk about the Ministry of Local Government. It's probably much better.
the Minister of Local Government cannot know even every country.
Chapter 9 talks about books of accounts and financial statements. It says the cash books, 902. The cash book is the main book of original entry of the council in which all the cash receipts and the cash payments are recorded on a daily basis. The analyzed cash book is hereby required to fully analyze receipts and payments to various heads and subheads. All receipts of cash or checks are recorded on the debit side, and all payments by cash or checks are recorded on the credit side. And the list goes on. It's a requirement. It's mandatory.
I think the cash Sabali was handling. They have a bulk cash officer.
Yes.
That one, he has those cash. The one who receive bulk cash.
Yes.
Sabali do not receive bulk cash. What Sabali receives is other payments that are internal.
Look, the law does not distinguish between bulk cash and petty cash. Mr. Sabali, in the course of his duties from 2018 up to the time he ceased to be the paying a cash, had withdrawn over $100 million, $200 million. You understand, right? He cannot account for 3/4 of those withdrawals.
I think somebody should explain that. And it's immediate supervisor.
No, you are in a position to explain. The finance director is in a position to explain. Let me read to you as well your responsibility as CEO, if I may. Says, as the council officer of council on page 8 of the financial manual, he or she shall be responsible for the general management and supervision of the financial and accounting operations of the councils and the safeguarding of council's assets in accordance with the relevant laws. He is personally responsible for the due performance of the financial duties of council, for the observance by employees of council of all financial and accounting instructions issued from time to time, the proper disbursement of such money from the purchase of goods or acquisition of services for the day-to-day administration of the council, ensuring that adequate steps are taken for proper control of financial transactions, the general management, supervision, and production of the accounts of the council, any inaccuracies in the accounts so produced by him or under his authority, extracting and submitting to all finance staff all the issues of council, and the list goes on. So you have a primary role or function to make sure every dollar is accounted for, together with the finance director.
Yes, council. To be honest with you, I'm not aware that Sabali do not have a cash. To be honest with you, I just get to know it here and now.
How would you?
Yeah, I don't know. My expectation.
That not be really a certain degree of negligence on your side. Do not know.
I was not even aware. That's the fact. I'm telling you the truth.
I mean, I agree.
Yes.
But
So, but my
I appreciate your honesty. But I have to tell you as well that you were in a position to be aware.
Yes.
That's the issue.
Yes. If I was aware, then it would have been corrected. But my expectation is Sabali has supervisors above him. He has a manager of finance.
Yes.
He has deputy director of finance.
Yes.
He has director of finance.
Yes.
So this reporting line.
Yes.
I
should prepare to pass reconciliation.
The director of finance.
And who should it be submitted to?
He should submit it to either to the CEO's office or to the council.
You.
So what we see, yes, what we see.
The link between management and the political head is you.
Exactly.
Good. So whatever your staff would do,
so
what you communicate to you.
Yes, you know what you are talking about, the financial instruments. So because for me, I would be looking at what they call what has been actually been done. But the tools and instruments in place,
Yes.
I can get the report. But how they generate the report, I did not go too deeply to look at whether
Now,
these instruments are not in place.
960 tells you about bank reconciliation. It says 903, the bank reconciliation statement. The balance shown on the monthly bank statements received from the bank will usually not agree with the balance shown in the cash flow. Certain transactions required by the council may not have been required by the bank and vice versa. In order to agree with the balance shown on the bank statement and cash, a bank reconciliation statement must be prepared monthly by Director of Finance. A copy statement must be filed for reference purposes. So you see, there has to be a bank reconciliation. So if you don't have a cash flow, you can't perform bank reconciliation in the first place.
So for us, the impression they give me at that level, reconciliations are be happening and it's doing right. So I think the responsibility is on his immediate supervisor.
But the reconciliation will have made reference to a bank statement and a
Yeah,
cash or cash books.
they always do that. So the cash books they are talking about, the instrument, those are the tools they use to get to the final reconciliation. So I am not aware that some of those
But you were in a position to have known.
but I did not know.
Yes, but you agree you were in a position to have known.
Yes, but I did not know.
Exactly. Mr. Jam, unless there are other questions, we will request that you come back tomorrow with Mr. Njai. Njai is coming tomorrow, the finance director during your time, to talk about this issue in the regarding the withdrawals that were made and checks that were paid in the name of Mr. Usabali and the records to show that they have been expended lawfully.
Okay.
Right? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So then, because I need to go back to my council.
Please come again.
Will you need me shortly, or I have to go back to my council? Because
Mr. Chairman, you are directed to come back tomorrow
oh,
to continue with Mr. Jai. So you please call your
what?
chairman
Mm,
to excuse yourself because we are here to continue on your evidence.
okay. What time tomorrow?
10, 10 a.m.
10.
Please, yes.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Can you call it the next?
Honourable witness, welcome back.
Thank you.
As usual, for continuation of your testimony before this commission of inquiry to local government councils and related matters, may I remind you that you are still on the oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair. Madam Chair, over to you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Were you able to sort out the file?
Yes, I did.
All right, thank you. Council, you may proceed. Kindly hand over the file to the deputy registrar.
We apply to tender minutes of meetings of the contracts committee as presented by the witness for current municipal council from the period December 2018 to 2020. There are 36 in number. I'm about to have evidence and marked accordingly.
Number 5, containing 36 minutes of the contract committee for Kanifing Municipal Council for the period December 2018 to October 2020 is hereby admitted in evidence, and it is marked as LGC / FSC / KMC / 004.
As the commission pleases. Madam Chair, I believe that's all we have for you. Okay, we'll go through the documents and contact you if there is need to. Sure.
Madam Chair, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And for providing the documents as requested.
Thank you so much.
So we'll call you if we need to, if we go through the minutes.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please call in the next witness.
Good afternoon, Madam Witness. Good afternoon. Can you stand here and face the camera? Welcome to this commission of inquiry to local government councils and related matters. What is your religion? Can you speak into the mic, please? In which language do you wish to make your testimony? Yes. In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
In English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation? Okay, Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Hold the Holy Quran and then repeat after. You're right. I, Salaman NJIE, do swear that I'll speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Madam Jai.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Council, can we proceed, please?
Yes. Can you please tell the commission what your name is?
My name is Salaman NJIE.
What's your address?
Salaman NJIE.
Your address?
Tanje.
Please give us a rundown of your educational background.
I attended Wesley Primary School where I obtained a common entrance living certificate. Then I proceeded to Muslim High School where I did my O levels, then my advanced level at ICE High. Then I proceeded to the University of the Gambia where I did my first degree, majoring in development studies. Then I got a scholarship.
Which year did you graduate from the University of Gambia?
2005.
Okay, good, proceed.
Yes, then in 2007, I won a British government scholarship and proceeded to King's College London, where I did my master's in conflict security and development. I also did professional courses in the US and Netherlands.
Right. Now, you worked for KMC at some point?
Yes, I worked for KMC for 13 years, from 2005 to 2018.
So in 2018, what was your role in KMC?
In 2018, actually from January to March, I was the director of services.
Yes.
And then from April, I was appointed by the Ministry of Lands and Local Government in collaboration with the interim committee as the acting chief executive officer up to October 2018.
Now, you recall giving a statement?
Yes.
Investigators?
Yes.
In fact, you have 2 statements you give to the investigators, correct?
Yes.
We'll show you these statements. Please go through. Are you given a copy?
I have my own copy.
No, ma'am. Not your own copy. We are to give you copies of the statement. Please go through that statement.
Yes, this is my statement.
May I please have the statement? We also have a copy of an additional statement that was given on the 29th of October 2024.
Yes.
Now, regarding that one, we would want you to go back to the investigators. It was addressed wrongly. You addressed this to the chairperson of the local government commission of inquiry. You should have a look at it. The address is wrong. And you want to go back to the investigators and you can
Okay, when
have the statements obtained.
today?
You can have the arrangement with them after your testimony.
All right, thank you.
We reply to tender the statement of the witness dated the 19th of September 2024 into evidence as an exhibit signed by the witness.
The 19th of September 2024 is hereby admitted in evidence and it is marked as LTC slash SN in brackets 1 slash KMC slash 001.
As please. So you recognize that statement? I mean, that I'm referring to?
Yes.
Now, may I please have it? Then you can arrange that you meet the investigators regarding. Now, please tell the Commission when you assumed the position of a CEO in KMC.
From April 2018 to October 2018.
Now, were you transferred or you resigned? What happened after your appointment?
Well, at some point, I decided to retire on marital grounds.
On marital grounds?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you have your appointment letters?
Yeah, actually, it was all placed in an envelope. I tried scouting it, but I couldn't find it. But hopefully, when I do, I will bring it. I also requested for 5 copies from the HR manager, but I'm yet to receive it. The only document I have coming from KMC is their approval of my retirement, the response to my request to retire on marital grounds. That's what I got from KMC.
May I please see? And may I see the exhibit is just intended. We apply to the letter addressed to the acting Chief Executive Officer Salaman NJIE with the heading Retirement on Marital Grounds, November 26, 2018, into evidence as
A letter dated November 26, 2018, with reference KMC/ADM/055, addressed to Salaman NJIE, Acting Chief Executive Officer, with the caption Retirement on Marital Grounds. It is signed by the Mojafo, Acting Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, Acting Director of Finance, Director of Internal Audit, IT Manager, and Acting Executive Secretary. The said letter is submitted in evidence and it is marked as LDC/SN in brackets 1/KMC/002.
as Commissioners. Now, Queen, by your statement, we start with the issue of the voucher number PV180818. The date is 9th of August 2018 in relation to payment of honorarium to councillors. You recall this?
Yes, I did.
Now, can you tell us, as the acting CEO at the time, how you came about paying this amount to councillors? The total is $260,000.
Yeah, actually, the idea came through, first came through the finance committee meeting.
Yes.
Where it was discussed that as councillors, they discovered that there were leakages when it comes to the finances.
Yes.
So they wanted to carry out an exercise to see where the leakages were, happening. So it was discussed at that level. But again, my advice was that it cannot be concluded there because we needed a general council resolution. Because if the whole council was supposed to be part of this exercise, it seems that the amount was going to be huge. So we needed a general council resolution to do that. So it was then forwarded to the general council, and it was approved. Yes.
So what was the exercise about mainly? In relation to just finding out the leakages?
Yes.
Was that done?
According to, because when they requested for payment, as I said, I requested for the council resolution, and I said that before any payment will be made, I will have to see the exercise report. and also the attendance register.
Was there a report?
Yes, they have submitted a report and an attendance register. It was on those basis that I decided to approve the payment.
Now, we know some councillors do not even recall taking part in this exercise. And most of them agree to the fact that these attendance registers were signed on the same day.
Well, actually, as I said, the staff were excluded. They said that they didn't want any staff to be part of that. That was purely for councillors. So we weren't allowed to be part of the exercise.
But you are not an ordinary staff.
Yes.
CEO. The councillors cannot exclude you from activities of council and expect you to honor payment when you have no idea about what the excess was at the time. That would not make sense.
Yeah, they did. But however, the team that visited the Serekunda market, there was an issue there, and it was reported to my office because I believe at one point they wanted to use excessive powers, and some of the vendors complained. So I received 2 vendors from the Serekunda market, requesting for my office to intervene, because why would they want them to, produce receipts that were well before those councillors came in, and it was becoming a problem. So there was a team that went to Serekunda market, and I could vividly remember that complaint coming to my desk.
You were paying, council was paying honorarium on grounds that it was Tobaski period or festive period, and they would just come up with exercises and then allocate themselves payment, because then supposedly it was probably expensive to buy RAM.
That I wouldn't know because I wasn't there when this one was purely for the market, so I wouldn't know whether anything of such happened after I left.
Now, in your statement, you said the mayor was paid $10,000.
Yes, because after paying the councillors, I received the chairman came back to my office and said that the mayor's name was omitted. I said, okay, if that is the case, you can write another request.
Now, did the mayor take part in this exercise?
I wouldn't know because after the morning briefings with him, that's it. I wouldn't know.
Why would you pay if you cannot ascertain?
No, that was for the councillors, I said, just like the councillors. I was.
You requested for attendance list. You had
for the
whether the mayor attended.
Whether he attended, I wouldn't know because I was in my office. I wasn't part of the team that went out, so I wouldn't know whether he attended or not. As I said, the moment I finished my morning briefing, that's it. I wouldn't know whether he attended or not.
In your statement, you said, I remember on page 2, second paragraph, I remember that Mayor Talib Ahmed Bensouda participated in the exercise. I can confirm authorizing the payment voucher dated the 17th of August 2018, being honorarium of 10,000 paid to him for the same exercise carried out by the councillors.
It was based on the chairperson's submission.
So
that Mayor attended.
So your statement is not correct.
It's correct because it's evident it is the way it is captured, but it is based on the chairman's submission that the mayor attended.
No, when you said, I remember that Mayor Talib Ahmed Bensouda participated in the exercise, you did not say it was based on the chairman's assertion.
Well, then maybe that's oversight, but I was told by the chairman.
So you acted based on what the chairman told you?
Yes, what the chairman told
So you had no basis to rely on that?
Sorry?
And you had no basis to
no, I wouldn't know whether he
did the resolution include the mayor?
Yeah, it's the whole council. They said the whole council. So the mayor was part of the council.
Can you avail us with the resolution that included the whole council?
Yes, I will request for it, but maybe you will have to issue me with an order too, because I will not be able to access those documents right now.
Very well. Now, there were employments. There was a series of individuals employed when in 2018 when you were present.
Yes.
I believe I have the resolution here. Let me just confirm. Now, I just give you this resolution. It's the 31st of May 2018.
Which page?
No, I'm just going through the resolution. Tell us whether that is a resolution you're referring to. If you were the CEO at the time, you would have been familiar with the resolution.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yes. Is that the resolution you're referring to?
Maybe not.
Come again?
I said maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
What is that supposed to mean?
Because that each councillor undertake a 6-week research study by attachment for 2 weeks, each to a license collector, rates collector, and market collector, etc.
Yes. So I'm now asking you, what do you mean when you said maybe not? Is that the resolution you are referring to, or is that not the resolution you're referring to?
No, I can't remember. I don't think this is the resolution.
You need to increase your voice.
No, I don't think this is the resolution. I'll have to ask again from the clerk to council whether there was another resolution directly relating to that.
But you're not sure that this is the one.
No.
Or you know for a fact that this is not the one. It's not the.
I'm not sure whether this is.
You're not sure.
Yes.
Let me have the resolution.
Madam Chair, can we give you opportunity to take your time and go through? Because it seems that you've not gone through the entire document.
I think this is the only resolution dealing with the market. It's the only resolution dealing with the market.
Madam, can you collect the resolution?
Now, the one we have is the 31st of May 2018. And also, there was a period you were given 1% payment to the staff of council who are tasked with responsibility of collecting revenue as well, correct?
Which date, please?
31st May 2018. 1% payment to the finance department staff for collecting revenue.
Yeah, maybe. Most likely.
You can't recall.
I cannot recall.
You can't recall.
No.
Another issue is resolution 14 that talks about the change of council and conflict of interest declaration. Now, who was the council of the lawyer or the legal advisor or legal consultant for the area council as the time you were CEO?
Actually, in April, we had Ami Bensouda and co.
Yes.
But when the new council came in,
yes,
in May,
yes,
June, they decided to change it. Yeah, to Yasin Senghor. Yes, to Yasin.
Decision made to Yasin Senghor.
To Yasin Senghor.
Yes.
I couldn't recall, but I want to believe that they sent out.
We want you to increase your voice.
Yeah, I want to believe that they sent out. It was not called for interest, definitely. I cannot recall. I cannot recall that one. I don't know how Yasin came. Maybe she was recommended by the former lawyers, the former legal advisors.
Let's not dwell into probabilities. You were there.
Yes, I was there.
Wow.
Yeah.
You knew what happened. You were present.
Mm-hmm.
This is in your knowledge. This is within your knowledge. Now we want to have the facts. So if you keep on using words like maybe, like I want to believe, then there will be a problem.
Yes.
Time will collect your thoughts, maybe on some issues, maybe granted, but you knew what happened and how Yasin Senghor was appointed. So you want to tell us. Who recommended Yasin Senghor?
The mayor.
The mayor recommended Yasin Senghor.
Yes.
And is that the proper thing to do? Is that the proper procedure to follow?
No.
Do you know at the time what the proper procedure was to follow?
To send a call for application?
Yes, at least. That's not the correct terminology.
Yes.
But it's the correct process.
Yes.
There has to be a request for proposal. Minimum of 3 proposals sent to 3 lawyers, law firms.
Sure.
And they will now send their proposal.
Sure.
And there will be a proper process that will follow in the proper procurement process to decide which law firm or legal office or individual will represent.
I agree.
The council.
I agree.
That was not done.
Yes.
A second was handpicked. And this you have confirmed in your evidence. And that was wrong. Why did you guys allow them?
Well, it was an oversight, but I agree that it was
oversight.
Yes.
That cannot be an oversight. There may have been a reason as to why you would not challenge that wrong process, but not that it was an oversight.
It was the recommendation from the previous lawyers to the mayor.
The previous lawyer, the previous lawyers were the family of the mayor. And Bensouda is the mother of the mayor. Is that not the case?
Yes.
Aziz Bensouda is the brother of the mayor.
Yes.
That would not have been proper. And I say that because it's also stated in the resolution 14. It says, and I read, whereas members want to avoid a potential conflict of interest regarding Ami Bensouda and co-LP, who are the external retained lawyers of council, whereas the aforementioned law firm submitted notice of termination of their contract due to the relationship that exists between the firm and the Lord Mayor. Whereas the aforementioned law firm wants to allow the council to choose a new legal advisor. Resolve that Ami Bensouda and Co. be allowed to continue representing council as they have agreed to serve the notice period at no cost to council, and also assist the institution in that period to build an internal legal unit as well as hire a new external advisors. This is the height of conflict of interest. Do you understand? This is the height of conflict of interest. Number one, the very reason as to why they cease to be legal representatives of council should be the same reason as to why they should stop advising council from that point onwards. that no advice from those lawyers should be received by counsel based on conflict of interest. But why would you allow them to work at no cost? In the meantime, in the meanwhile, they were given advices.
That I didn't know. That is news to me.
In the resolution.
Yeah, that is news to me that they were still advising.
Yeah, it's stated. I'm going by the resolution.
Okay.
And at the same time, they would assist in choosing a lawyer. You were the CEO. Why did you allow that to happen? Is there a reason?
No.
I believe it's 4, Honorable Chairperson. We have the last issue probably with respect to the appointments, but the statement of the witness, we want to obtain it properly so that we can deal with the issues contained there. It's in relation to the appointment of I beg your pardon, Nurdin Adams and Aisha Fall and others. And so we want to know from the witness the manner in which these appointments were done. If the chairperson would permit, we want to stop here.
Just to find out, can she come in tomorrow to conclude on her evidence so that it will not spill over to next week?
Yes.
So that she could quickly wrap up.
Yes.
If she comes in the morning, she will deal with the investigators to correct the address of the statement.
Yes.
And then you can conclude.
As the chairperson places, we want to do just.
So you may come in around 11 and see the investigators, and then we will call you in. Let's say, let's make it 12 so that we will call you in after lunch break. And we could just wrap up with you. All right?
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Jai. We may rise.